Welcome back, Outlaws. It is once again Michael or Legacy Kill HD, once again discussing Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead 3, or if you just want to call it the next Red Dead game. And as usual, we're going to go over some of the latest news that could affect this upcoming Red Dead title, while also discussing some of the things that we want to see included in this next game. Now, if you missed any of the past videos about this upcoming Red Dead title, make sure you check out the link in the description and the annotation on the screen to the playlist. A lot of news and information that you're not going to want to miss. Nonetheless, we're going to start off with some of the latest news, and this involves job listings once again, something that we've discussed in some of the recent Red Dead videos. But in that case, we were talking Rockstar San Diego, more than likely the main developer behind the next Red Dead title, and they were looking for game testers, and they also had a lot of other positions hinting to the online presence being a major focus. But in this case, we're going to be talking about Rockstar's headquarters in New York City. And just a few days ago, they posted a position that caught the eye of a lot of fans, and it was for a video editor position where they're looking for somebody to pretty much create trailers to the highest standard and create a compelling narrative within it. And it's also noted that they're looking for somebody to incorporate storytelling, which is a very important aspect of their games, so the editor must be able to communicate the emotional content and excitement of a game, which definitely indicates that Rockstar could be revealing something very, very soon. But it doesn't stop there. There was actually another job listing that came just a few weeks ago for a production artist, and this job specifically mentions that they need somebody to develop final mechanicals for all Rockstar projects and is an essential part of the design process. This is interesting to myself, being that we've talked about Rockstar a lot in the recent weeks with these job listings, and the fact that a lot of us think that the Red Dead game is in its final stages, possibly nearly finished at this point, and now this may be another indication that some of the other Rockstar studios are coming in to finish up the game at this point. Now, to our last job listing of the day, we have a Director of Production Services. Now, the description of this job listing indicates that this position is for somebody to oversee releasing a new title. Within the job description, some of the interesting details are assisting in obtaining ratings for each game launch, and pretty much the whole responsibilities are managing this whole game and getting it out the door to some of the other vendors out there. And it's also mentioned that they're going to be in charge of distributing downloadable content codes. Another detail to mention, this job posting was only posted about 26 days ago, going along with the game testing and all the other job listings I've been discussing in some of my past videos for Rockstar San Diego. But from all of this, it definitely sounds like Rockstar is preparing for something big in the near future, which more than likely will be the next Red Dead title. And to our next topic, we have Mafia 3. And for quite some time now, we've discussed how Take-Two Interactive have more than likely put a pause on the reveal of the next Red Dead game for the release of Mafia 3. And some interesting news broke the other day, in which many media outlets reported that Mafia 3 would not have any early copies sent out. This is interesting, being that 2K Games has a long history of giving out early copies for reviewers, and this may indicate the game is either mediocre or it could be a complete mess. I guess only time will tell when it releases, but it definitely is not a good start for the game, and it could also be the reason why Take-Two Interactive did not want to reveal the next Red Dead game, maybe knowing that Mafia 3 could be a disappointment to a lot of fans. Now, moving right along to our next topic, we have Grand Theft Auto Online sales within the last 12 months. And this information is coming from Daniel Ahmad of Nico Partners, a video gaming industry analyst, and he's reported that Take-Two has made over $700 million in the last 12 months off of Grand Theft Auto Online. And this is somewhat scary news for anybody out there that wants to see Rockstar Games concentrate on the single player aspect of the next Red Dead game, as I did put a poll up on Twitter asking if you want to see Rockstar Games concentrate on the single player or the multiplayer, and I think I got about 156 votes, and it was overwhelmingly most people want to see Rockstar concentrate on the single player aspect. But as I have stated in the past, microtransactions are becoming a huge deal in video games. It's not just Rockstar Games, Call of Duty, and a bunch of other games out there doing it. And I know that Rockstar Games is making a lot of bank off of this, and I hope that this is not the direction of their future games. But in all honesty, Outlaws, I miss the days where you'd pick up a game and all the content would be there, but now it seems like you pick up a title and there's all kinds of mystery DLC you can pick up for whatever amount of money. It just seems like a lot of these video game developers are trying to push as much money as they can out of the fans. But make sure to let me know what you think in the comment section below about the topics that we have discussed thus far. Now let's move on to the next part of this video, discussing some of the possible features included in this next Red Dead title. We'll begin with dating or romance. This is something that has been included in some of the Grand Theft Auto games, such as Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 4. And if this does get a return, I hope that it does have some type of significance. Within Grand Theft Auto 4, it did have some type of storyline role with Michelle with the early parts of the game, and as you progress, we had Kate McCreary, and I thought it was something that was interesting that Rockstar Games included, but it seems like they went away from it within Grand Theft Auto 5, but I definitely hope that they bring it back. I think it would be a cool thing to add within the Western setting. And let's be honest, within Red Dead Redemption, if John wasn't such a family man and some of the other factors that go with that, I think it would have always been cool to see how things played out between himself and Bonnie McFarlane. Now to our next possible feature, we have companions. This is a feature that's been present in a lot of other video games. It's on some people's wish list for the next Red Dead game, but I'm not entirely sold if it should be included in the next Red Dead game. I definitely feel like it's a very cool feature that was present present within Fallout 4, and it pretty much allows you to have a non-playable character that follows you along, and it makes exploration a little less lonelier. And I definitely could see them including it, but I think they would have to figure a way of making it different than some of the other games out there. You know, you don't want them to copy and paste the feature over, and they have done it in sorts of ways within GTA 5, within some of the heist missions, because technically you do have companions by your side helping you with these missions, but if they incorporate it where you can have them travel alongside throughout the map, I definitely think that a lot of people would appreciate that. And I think this may be reliant on having one protagonist in this upcoming Red Dead title, because if you have multiple protagonists, I just can't see them adding this companion mode, being the fact that with the constant switching, I don't exactly see how it could work. And now to our last possible feature of the day, we have virtual reality. And this is new technology that is still a work in the progress, but at this point it's becoming a very big thing in a lot of video games, one of those being Bethesda Game Studios beginning to work Fallout 4 into virtual reality, which definitely will be a very cool thing once that releases. But could it work for a Rockstar game? I definitely think it would be very fun to see what they could do with the next Red Dead game using virtual reality, but at this point I think it may be something that's still down the road, maybe a couple more years. But will they do it with some of their future games? More than likely yes, but I'm not quite sure if the next Red Dead game will be the first. But that doesn't mean that you can't use virtual reality with some of the other Rockstar games that are already out there right now, because there are some GTA 5 mods using VR, but it just doesn't mean that it's supported yet. Anyway, Outlaws, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smack that like button if you did enjoy the video or found any informative value. Also, drop down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on the topics that we discussed today. Also, consider subscribing for a lot more additional Red Dead content to come, and I'll see you later.